Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Billy with Craft and Cake with Billy. I hope everyone is doing well today. Hope you're having a super fabulous day. If you are new here to my channel, I'd like to welcome you here, and if you've been here for a while, welcome back. So today I thought we could work on some vintage journaling cards and tags, and I wanted to show you how I make mine. These are unfinished tags, but I wanted to show you what I have so far just because I just absolutely love these tags, and I wanted to show you guys these beautiful images. I'm thinking about making another junk journal, and I want it to be, you know, pretty elegant, and I want it to have several images in it. And in honor of Juneteenth, I kind of wanted to find some really nice images. So these are some that I found. I got these from a book called, actually I probably need to check to see what the name of this book is, but hold on one second. I have cut it to shreds. I have cut it to shreds. It's called Beautiful Vintage African American Women, and I've pretty much cut all of the images out and put them in my book of ephemera. But look how beautiful these images are. I actually got 2 copies of these books because I love them so much, but one to cut and one to keep. So I just wanted to show you these really pretty images, and I wanted to maybe work on a few with you and just show you how I make my journaling cards and tags. It's pretty easy, and I figured we haven't crafted together in a while, and I sort of missed it, so I thought we could just take a moment and do some crafting. How about that? So this is a really wonderful way to use your 12 by 12 paper. You guys know crafters have all sorts of 12 by 12 papers, and you just try to figure out ways to use it. I'm gonna actually use this paper pad that I showed you in my last haul that I got from Hobby Lobby. And this paper is 12 by 12, like I said, is 60 sheets, and this is a thicker paper. So I'm just going to choose 2 pieces of paper here, and it doesn't really matter, just pick 2 pieces of paper that you really like, and that's what we will use to make our journaling cards. So, all right, here we go. So we got one, and let me get another. Let's do, I like this look here, kind of vintage looking. So I'll do pink on one side, yellow on the other. Now this is the way I make journaling tags and journaling cards. There may be another way, I'm sure there probably is, but this is just how I make mine. And I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac. I have learned that using this sort of glue makes it a little bit easier so that your tags don't kind of buckle, and you know how paper is when it gets wet, it gets wrinkly and all that. So I learned this trick from Stephanie over at Coffee Paper Scissors. Hi Stephanie, if you are watching. I hope I am saying this correctly. And now my glue is acting like it doesn't want to work, but we're gonna make it work. Okay, so I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your weather is fantastic. I think we are about to have a thunderstorm this way. So I'm trying to hurry up while my lighting is sufficient. So all I'm gonna do is go around the 4 sides of my paper. And then I'm gonna put a generous amount of glue on the whole sheet. Okay. All right. And then I'm gonna take my other sheet of paper and I'm gonna lay it flat on top of the bottom sheet. And you kind of line up your edges so that the edges are straight and press. But I just find that doing this gives your cards a little bit more stability, and using that sort of glue makes your cards more smooth. So, of course, I don't have my wonderful crafting scissors in here with me. Oh, here they are. So, even if you don't line up your papers just right, you can always just snip the uneven edges off. Because who's perfect, right? All right, so now we have a 2-sided 12 by 12 sheet. The next part is pretty simple. You are going to measure 4 inches. So you're gonna have 4, 4, and 4. And I've already cut this 4-inch card here. So 4 inches here, you're just gonna mark it, and then 4 inches here, and you're gonna mark this one, and then this one's automatically 4 inches. Wonderful. So now you can either use your scissors, or if you have a paper cutter, you can use that. I have a paper cutter and it's a lot quicker for me to do it this way, so I'm just gonna line up my lines to the center of my paper cutter here. Can you see that? Okay. Now I'm just gonna make a quick cut, and then I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna line up that mark and give it a nice cut. Now I have 3 4-inch pieces. These are going to be my cards. And what I'm going to do now is cut these in half. And you have a perfect journaling card. This one is one that I've already measured, so this one's gonna be 6 inches, remember? So, because our paper is 12 by 12, so that means your card's gonna be 6 by 4. All right. So I'm just gonna line that up 6 inches, and I'm just gonna cut it. So we have nice journaling cards here. All right, so we're gonna jump to the next step since you guys know how to do that part. Now I need to find my, here we go, corner punch. If you guys have a corner punch, these things are wonderful. They round your edges on your paper to give it a more finished look. So what I'm gonna do next is, for a regular journaling card, you can just punch your edges. Hold your mouth right and punch your edges. Okay? And then if you are looking to do a journaling tag, you can kind of just eyeball in a way to get your corners even. After you cut a piece, you just move your cut piece to the other side and cut along the line. That ensures that both of your sides are the same, right? Okay, just gonna cut that little piece off there. All right, so we have a journaling card and a tag. Wasn't that simple? Yes. Okay, next, I am just going to grunge up the side. We're gonna ink the sides to give it some, this needs a little bit more glue. We're gonna ink the sides to give it some more dimension and some age, to make it vintage looking. All right, now I have some Distress Oxide vintage photo, and I need to change the pad in my ink tool, my inking tool. But anyway, I'm gonna get a generous amount of ink, and I'm just gonna ink around the edges. So what's going on with you guys? What's new in your life? Any fascinating stories to tell or anything wonderful happening? I love to hear good news. Leave me some good news below if you want to share. All right, so I've inked around, and I'm just gonna put a little extra ink in the corners there. All right, that one's inked. I like to do both sides, so let's just put a little bit of ink on this side as well. If inking bores you, I'm so sorry. For some reason, I love the sound, and I don't know, inking is just wonderful. Okay, so I got that one inked, and we can ink this one. And then we're gonna look for some images in my ephemera book that I have started. I just find it easier to stick those in books so that you can just flip through the pages and find what you like. I used to keep them, well, and I still do, I keep some of my ephemera in the little cases like this, but I do find it a bit easier to flip through and find what you like. But isn't that pretty? Nice. You can always go back and punch holes and all that. We can actually do that now if you want. Sometimes some folks like the rounded bottom edges, but I don't think I want to do that. All right, so we have a regular hole punch. I also have one of the fancy hole punches, but I really do think it was almost a waste because I always come back to this one. Of course, that one has the different size holes and all that. It's a We Are Memory Keepers, I think. We really don't even need a hole in this since this is a journaling card, so let's not do a hole in that one. Okay, so that's done. So now's the fun part. We can pick some papers and some just different things. Now, I like to start off with writing. I like to start off with like a writing page or a certain print. Let me see. let me see what I can find here. Also have some, oops, sorry guys, I didn't mean to bump you. Also have some music paper here. So let's do that. Let's just tear some music paper. That's fun, right? Let's ink that. I love music paper. I'll tell you guys a cheap way to get music paper. Go to a used bookstore. And they normally have sheet music for really, really cheap. Instead of like going to look for music paper, it can get kind of pricey. But that's what I do. All right, so we'll start off with some music paper on this one. I'm going to put some glue on this. I don't have to go all the way to the edge because I'm gonna have some extra here. Let's give it a, put it on kind of. Okay, I'm liking that so far. And then we'll just cut off the extra. Perfect. All right, let's do the same for our tag. Let's give it some music. For some reason, I just think vintage pieces look a lot better when it has some sort of writing. That black and white look just kind of gives it a whole nother element. And I love that. So I'm just gonna add some ink around and some glue. Let's see. And then we'll just see where we want to add this. I don't want to cover up too much, and that is upside down. We want the words turned the right way. So let's try this. Yeah, that's nice. All right, so that's done, and I think we can add a piece of this ephemera. Now I have a whole book of these pretty images, so I'm gonna try and pick one real fast. Or some people might, let's see. Even if you like the botanicals, those would work well. I have some botanicals. And, these are some smaller images. I love these vintage photos. Look at these, how beautiful. So pretty. Okay, so we need a smaller one. You can use whatever images you want to make. If you want to make botanicals, you can make those. If you want to make the vintage images, you can do that. So I'm gonna pick, let's see if we can pick one of these first. I kind of like this one, and I kind of like, kind of like the yellow. So let's just work with these and see where we are headed. Okay, and see, this is pretty uniform, so I kind of like to just tear. We don't want to be too perfect. We like some grunge. So just gonna tear it. And then once you tear it, just add some ink. I hope you guys can see me. The clouds are rolling in. And I can hear a little bit of thunder. So the storm is definitely on its way. All right, so I'm just tearing. There's no rhyme or reason to this. Just give some tears and some ink. And let's see where we go from here. Okay, let's add this to the top, maybe. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, I'll stick that at the top. And I like the idea of using this lavender color flower on this one, since we do have some lavender there. So I do like that idea. So we will put some glue there and maybe add the image. Where do we want it? I like it there. I would like some like vintage paper or something. Let me see what I have on hand. I normally have, let's see. Let me think. I don't know, I can't think of where I have that paper right now. I think it's here. Sorry guys, I have, I can't remember exactly where. It's like one specific piece of paper that I'm looking for. And I don't really see it, but I'll just have to use something else. I don't know, I like polka dots. What do you guys think about polka dots? That gives a vintage feel. Polka dots, especially like brown polka dots. That's really vintage. It reminds me of like the women's dresses. Polka dots were in the I Love Lucy era, maybe. I loved that show. Okay. So I'm just giving it a little bit of color here. Let's see where we want to put this. I kind of like this. The polka dots go with the music notes there. So I'm going to stick that just across the bottom, and then we can add an image. I also like to add things just for texture, like some trim, some lace, some cabochons, whatever floats your boat. All right, I'm gonna cut this piece off. And then look at that, right? Nice. All right, let's grab an image. I like this little girl here. And what I did was I cut the images out of my book and I glued them on some 80-pound cardstock just so that they had some weight to them when I got ready to use them. So I'm just going to cut that out. Check my time. I don't want to keep you guys forever. Now you have other things to do. I'm going to ink around this. And find a nice home for this here. Don't know if I want it on the top. What do you guys think? I don't want to cover up too much. You know what? I'm going to leave it there. And then I'm just going to go back and make this a tag with a punch. I love that. Okay, where's my hole punch? Okay, we're gonna try to find the center here and give it a press. All right. And then on my next video, we will be embellishing our tags and journal cards. So stay tuned for that, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like it. I would greatly appreciate that. Also, if you have not checked out my 800 subscriber challenge, please go back and check that out. I would love for you to participate. And thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate you. Have a super awesome day. And stay tuned for part 2. All right? Take care. Bye.